Rainier got on the honorable mention or the honor roll for American Athletic Conference this week, and his play has really been steady after kind of being in and out of the lineup a little bit earlier this year.
Honor roll first. That's always amazing that the kids are multitasking well. Off the court and on the court. We really promote education first, and really proud of the guys for what they're doing in the classroom for sure. On the court, Rainier is kind of figuring out who he is. I think he wants to score more early on, and that's really not what we need from him right now. He's going to score within our system, but we need him to defend the way that he defends. He's our best defender. We put him on the toughest players on the other team, especially the forwards, and his energy is contagious. He's an energy player for us, so he's been playing really well for us lately.
When you look at Tulsa, another team that they seem like a different team at home.
Yeah, our league is a league that, if you look at the home records, the teams are playing well at home. And Tulsa is one of those teams. I think they were picked last or close to last in our conference in the preseason, so they're motivated on showing people that they're not going to be last. And I saw a game about 3 weeks ago. They had Cincinnati down 9 with maybe a minute and a half to go and lost in overtime, but they're playing really well at home.
Okay, about that then, what is it about them that, all right, they had Cincinnati on the ropes, and they had a really tough game against Houston, I think it was, but are they just good enough to lose right now, and how do you keep the guys just thinking, hey, look, we can go on the road and get this?
We have to always feel like we can go on the road anywhere and win as our team, but as far as Tulsa, their guards are playing really well. Their big man is carrying them. They have one solid big that's just, he's an animal. We're going to have to really focus on him like we did Taco, to try to put the focal point on him not getting off in the post. But they're playing well because, like I said, they're motivated. Their coach is he's wearing this chip on his shoulders because he feels disrespected, Coach Haight, and he's a really good coach. So the team is following that.
All right, what can you say a little bit? I know you talked a little about Ayo yesterday, but a little bit more about how he really is seemed to be more. Is it just that he's settling down right now and the game is slowing down for him?
Well, the one thing that the Memphis fans should know about a kid from Memphis staying home is that you're going to always hear the noise. And I think Alex tried to change who he was or who he has been all of his career to be somebody different. He can't be Tyler Harris. He can't be Jeremiah Martin. He has to be who he is. And I think he came in trying to score. I think I can say that because I've been his coach since he was in 6th grade. He's not a guy that comes out and tries to score. He just wants to win the game. And I think he's getting back to pushing all the noise out and doing the things that I know that he's always done. And that's helping us win basketball games, playing defense, getting deflections, making good plays, and then having confidence in his jump shot because his jump shot is better than what he's shown this year.
Penny, do you pay attention to the computer metrics like the Ken Palms and the Nets? And
No,
the
I really don't.
progress?
One thing I look at is wins and losses. Honestly, but I don't pay attention to the rest of it.
So there's no motivating factor other than, they just lost? Or because I know before the season it was about, well, they picked us 8th in the league.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any motivating factors?
No, our motivation is just wanting to make the tournament. It's not about what anybody else thinks. I think I was looking at my phone the other day, and it popped up an app, the CBS app had the CBS crew picking UCF over us. So, it just doesn't matter what other people think, it's what we do. And we want to make a tournament, and we have to continue to play like we really want to make a tournament.
Well, speaking about that, not caring about what other people think, Tom Penders threw out on Twitter today when he said that we could beat anybody in this league right now, and he said, well, you beat a team at home in UCF, but you still got Houston and Cincinnati and some others, kind of like a slow your roll kind of thing.
That's just his opinion. That's what they're supposed to do, get up there and say some crazy stuff, I guess. But but honestly, everybody's opinion is their opinion, man. We still have to handle ourselves. We can't worry about what other people think. We have to come in the gym, use that as our motivation, and keep grinding to try to get to where we want to get to. And the only way you prove them wrong is you win.
Have you had to get used to that as a coach, or is that something that you kind of already dealt with like when you were playing?
Well, I'm getting used to this as a coach because it's a little jealousy from a lot of these coaches around the country, and I do understand that because we're NBA players trying to come back, and we didn't have any experiences as college coaches, so we didn't quote-unquote pay our dues. So the coaches and their so-called boys that are in the media, they're going to always throw jabs at us. I do understand that, and it is what it is. We just still have to win to prove them wrong.
How come you get more than the other guys have got? More than Clyde or more than, you know what I mean?
Well, I guess because I don't know, because of the way I did it. Maybe AAU, maybe it was Coach Tubby's firing. They thought I had something to do with it. I don't really know what it is because maybe they were a friend of his. and maybe thought that he was done wrong. But it's more attention on me around the country for a guy that's coming in his first year, and they know how hard that is. But it is what it is.
Do you feel like there's sort of a target on your back?
For sure. I definitely feel like there's a target on my back. There's a lot of people that don't want me to succeed because it's going to look like an NBA guy came back with no experience and won. So, of course.
Did you see that going in?
That made it even better.
You relish
That made it.
this.
I relish in that because it's sad because I'm a basketball player. I play for some Hall of Fame coaches. I understand the game. I know the game. I didn't go through the experiences of all the other assistants, being an assistant for 12 years and then being handed over the keys. I came right in right away, and maybe they look at that as arrogance or cocky or whatever, but I work hard, and I feel like I've gotten rewarded on working hard, and I do know that there's a target on my back and on this team's back.
Is there, is it, are they missing the fact that you, because you coached junior high, I mean, they say you didn't come up their way, but you coached junior high, you coached high school. I mean, you grind. You know,
I did. I put my grind in my way. I started on the lowest level and moved all the way up. And I feel like all of those experiences of coaching those teams, plus my experience as a player in high school, college, and in the NBA is really helping me right now. Plus the friends that I have in college that'll kind of give me little nuggets here and there. But yeah, there's all of the extra noise of being negative about Memphis is all because of the whole NBA deal that we're promoting here with me, Mike, and
Do
Sam.
you ever feel it from other coaches when you're out recruiting, or is it only? Like,
Yeah, you feel it from coaches when you're out recruiting. When we're out on the circuit and we're all out at the EYBL or we're at an Adidas tournament or whatever. But we're all humble guys and down-to-earth guys. We speak to everyone. We respect everyone. We're just working hard for our school and for our city.
Are you treated differently than when you were on that circuit as an AAU coach?
Oh, for sure. As an AAU coach, they wanted my kids, so they treated me differently.
Is this like fun for you, or do you like pass this down to the players? It's like the chip on the shoulder kind of thing, like hey,
Well, I mean, it's fun for me, and it's a chip that I carry. The players don't have to really get into it because we have to teach them. We want them to focus on basketball. I can handle the rest, and our staff can handle the rest. It's just really, man, we're just trying to teach some kids how to play basketball the right way, to build a culture of a brotherhood and winning. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just what we've done in our past with being NBA players is a little intimidating to a lot of people.
When you took the job, did you expect the target to be what it is, or were you expecting it to be less?
No, I knew what it was because you hear rumors out on the circuit. You know, people thinking that it was going to fail or wanting it to fail or it's not going to be any good, and you know, yeah.
And do you hear it? You don't have to name any names, but do you hear that from specific
Oh
coaches
no,
that makes it?
no, I don't hear. Nobody's going to actually say that to you. It's just you hear the rumblings, and you know, it is what it is. We're all fighting for the same kids. You have to tell the kids something different or whatever. I just don't feel like I ever have to downgrade another school or another coach. I'll just kind of tell them, you know, what I can do for them.
Is it different when you were a player? People didn't take shots. I mean, you were never an underdog. You were never like no one was. I don't know. Maybe I perceive that people didn't root for you to fail. Here, is it different? I mean,
It's definitely different. It's definitely different because we pose a problem to a lot of colleges and a lot of teams that didn't have that problem from this school at all over the last 8 or 9 years. So we're quote unquote taking the kids from coaches that have been able to easily get them at their schools. So there's going to be a target.
now some would say that you bring it on yourself by you're also outspoken. You tell like you.
I mean, I just tell the truth. I haven't really, you know, targeted anyone or a program. It's just I believe in what we're doing here. I believe that with our staff and the players that we're going to get, that we can win. We're supposed to believe that. We're not supposed to be, I guess, coach speak and just fall into a shell and go, well, we'll try our best and maybe one day we'll get there and hopefully no.
Did you ever work on your cliches?
I don't need to.
Coach speak cliches, man. This is not your.
I'm not here to ruffle any feathers. I'm just, you know, here to win. I want to win. We want to win.
But it feels like Memphis winning is going to inevitably do that, though.
Hey, if that does that, then we're being successful at what we're trying to do. We're not supposed to be here to lose. I mean, who wants that as a coach?
Is there any part of it that you enjoy? Do you enjoy any?
I enjoy going into the games with the task of winning because winning is very hard on this level. And that's what I think the other guys know, and that's what they want me to feel. They don't want it to be easy. And I'm such a competitor. You know, like I said before, I'm realistic about what's going on, but you still have to keep the energy in the building that you want, the positive energy of going out and winning. But I love going into every game with the opportunity to win and being prepared to win.
Does it fit the Memphis, the city of Memphis? This
Absolutely.
chip on the shoulder thing
Absolutely.
that you
That's who we are as a city. You know, it's just, you know, it goes back to what the Grizz were saying. We don't bluff. We're really just wanting to win. We're going to compete, and, you know, that's it. We're not going to disrespect anybody, but we're not going to get disrespected
Where do
either.
you hear the whisper? Where do you hear it from? Do people come and tell you so-and-so, like, it was, this time it was Jarvis. He was told-
But no, it's just who our city is. It's a blue-collar city. It's kind of, you know, it's a hard-working, tough city. And you,
No, I mean the stuff from other coaches.
oh, no,
Where
not
do you
from,
hear
no,
that?
it's just, it's all over. You know, you'll hear some guys, some rumblings, some people repeating some things. I'll never say any names, but I know who.
Got time for a couple more?
With some of the,
I'm not going to get in trouble. I promise. We're done with that.
with some of the criticism that you have talked about, how would you self-evaluate, your performance in your first year as head coach and your staff up to 20 games?
I think we're doing a great job of meshing two teams together. That's really tough to do. Of trying to mesh last year's group and this year's group together and get us prepared to win. It's a tough job. I didn't think it was going to be easy, but we've done a great job of having a team fully prepared every single time we step out on the floor, and that's our job.
Is it kind of the next step for this team now to kind of learn to win on the road and get a couple of these wins?
Yeah, I mean, winning at home is hard enough, but winning on the road is double. You know, it's twice as hard, and you have to change your mentality when you go on the road. You have to be locked in on the game plan, and we've been preaching that for for all season. We have not fully gone through a game on the road, with the exception of the first half at Tulane, of really sticking to the game plan for the entire game. It just seems like along the way guys start doing their own thing, and you can't do that on the road. You can get away with it at home.
Isaac Bruce finds out Saturday if he makes the Hall of Fame. Somebody you know well, and what are your thoughts on that?
Man, he's a pro's pro, and is definitely deserving of that honor. You know, he is a Hall of Fame receiver. I just remember when he was here, he just worked his butt off. We went to college at the same time, and I knew he was going to make it. And he's had a Hall of Fame career, and he's deserving of that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.